The Tournament of Power was unlike any other event in the history of the multiverse. Universes clashed, gods watched in anticipation, and the fate of entire worlds hung in the balance. But amidst all the chaos and destruction, two figures stood out above the rest: Goku, Saiyan warrior from Universe 7, and Jiren, the unstoppable force from Universe 11. Their battle was not just a fight, it was a struggle that would determine the survival of their entire universes. As the tournament reached its climax, the arena was electrified with tension. Fighters who had already been eliminated could only watch from the sidelines as Goku and Jiren prepared to engage in a battle that would shake the very foundations of the multiverse. This was more than just a contest of strength, it was a clash of ideologies, of wills, and of destinies. In this deep dive, we will explore the events leading up to this monumental showdown, the epic battle itself, and the far-reaching consequences that followed. We will delve into the backgrounds of these two extraordinary fighters, the philosophies that drove them, and the ultimate outcome of their struggle. A struggle that would leave an indelible mark on the Dragon Ball universe. 2. Goku's journey to the Tournament of Power was one of relentless determination and an insatiable desire to push beyond his limits. From his early days as a child on Earth, Goku's life was defined by his love for fighting and his quest for self-improvement. Over the years, he faced countless opponents, each more powerful than the last, yet each time, Goku found a way to surpass them. His Saiyan heritage gave him the ability to grow stronger after every battle, and his pure-hearted nature allowed him to make allies out of former enemies. But as powerful as Goku had become, he was always driven by one thing: the thrill of the fight. His desire to face stronger opponents led him to challenge gods, train in otherworldly realms, and even seek out the strongest fighters across the multiverse. The Tournament of Power was the ultimate opportunity for Goku, a chance to fight against the greatest warriors from across the cosmos, all while defending the existence of his universe. Jiren's origins. Jiren, on the other hand, was a fighter whose strength was matched only by his solitude. A member of the Pride Troopers from Universe 11, Jiren was known as the strongest mortal in any universe, a being whose power rivaled that of gods. But behind his immense strength lay a tragic past. As a child, Jiren's village was destroyed by a powerful enemy, and despite his best efforts, he was unable to protect those he loved. This loss drove Jiren to dedicate his life to becoming stronger, believing that strength was the only thing that mattered in the world. Jiren's philosophy was simple: trust in strength above all else. He believed that only the strong could protect themselves and others, and as such, he rejected all forms of emotional attachment and teamwork. This belief isolated him from his fellow Pride Troopers, who admired his power but could never truly understand the depth of his pain. Jiren's strength was immense. It came at the cost of his humanity. As the Tournament of Power approached, Goku was tasked with assembling the strongest fighters from Universe 7 to compete in the battle for survival. Goku's team was a diverse group, including old friends like Vegeta and Krillin, former enemies like Frieza, and even his own son, Gohan. Each member of the team had their own reasons for fighting, but they were united by a common goal: to protect their universe from erasure. For Goku, the Tournament of Power was not just about survival, it was about testing his limits and facing the strongest fighters in existence. But as the tournament progressed, it became clear that the true challenge would come not from the numerous fighters, but from one man, Jiren. From the moment Goku first sensed Jiren's power, he knew that this would be the fight of his life. Tournament of Power was a battle royale unlike any other. Hosted by the Grand Zeno, the king of all, the tournament brought together the strongest warriors from 8 universes, each fighting for the survival of their respective worlds. The rules were simple. The last universe standing would be spared, while the others would be erased from existence. With such high stakes, every fighter knew that there was no room for error. The arena was a massive structure, floating in the void of space, designed to test the fighters' strength, strategy, and endurance. As the tournament began, chaos erupted as fighters from different universes clashed, each trying to eliminate the others. But amidst the pandemonium, certain individuals stood out, Goku and Jiren being the most prominent. Early battles and rivalries. As the tournament progressed, Goku faced numerous opponents, each pushing him closer to his limits. He fought against warriors like Kale and Caulifla, who forced him to tap into his Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue forms. He also clashed with Top, another powerful member of the Pride Troopers, whose sense of justice contrasted sharply with Goku's love for fighting. But even as Goku faced these formidable foes, his attention was always drawn to Jiren. From the moment they first exchanged blows, it was clear that Jiren was on a different level. Jiren's power was so overwhelming that even Goku, with all his transformations, could barely keep up. It was during these early encounters that Goku realized he would need to push beyond his current limits if he hoped to stand a chance against Jiren. Goku's journey in the Tournament of Power was defined by his constant push to surpass his limits. As he faced off against increasingly powerful opponents, he began to tap into a new power, one that he had only glimpsed during his training with Whis. This power, known as Ultra Instinct, allowed Goku to move and react without thinking, making him almost untouchable in battle. However, mastering Ultra Instinct was no easy task. Goku struggled to maintain this form, often slipping back into his regular state during crucial moments. But each time he activated Ultra Instinct, even for a brief moment, it brought him closer to the level of power needed to challenge Jiren. The final battle between Goku and Jiren was inevitable, and when it finally arrived, it was a clash that would echo throughout the multiverse. The first exchange. The moment had finally arrived. As the other fighters were gradually eliminated, the arena became the stage for the ultimate showdown. Goku versus Jiren. The two warriors faced each other in the center of the battlefield, their auras crackling with power. The tension was palpable, as every spectator, both in the arena and across the multiverse, held their breath in anticipation. The first exchange of blows was nothing short of cataclysmic. Goku launched himself at Jiren with the full force of his Super Saiyan Blue form, delivering a barrage of punches and kicks, but Jiren remained unfazed, blocking and countering with a speed and power that left Goku reeling. It quickly became clear that Jiren was unlike any opponent Goku had ever faced. His strength was beyond comprehension, his movements precise and devastating. Jiren's unmatched strength. As the battle continued, Jiren began to demonstrate the true extent of his power. His attacks were not only incredibly powerful, but also carried an overwhelming sense of dominance. Each strike from Jiren sent shockwaves through the arena, forcing Goku on the defensive. Despite his best efforts, Goku struggled to land a meaningful hit on Jiren, who seemed to anticipate his every move. Jiren's strength was not just physical, it was mental and emotional as well. His resolve was unshakable, his belief in the power of strength absolute. Unlike Goku, who fought for the thrill of battle and the protection of his friends, Jiren fought with a cold, calculated determination. He saw Goku as nothing more than an obstacle to be overcome, a means to prove his superiority. Goku's Ultra Instinct awakens. Just when it seemed that Jiren would overwhelm him, Goku found himself pushed to the brink of desperation. With no other options left, he attempted to use the Spirit Bomb, a technique that had served him well in the past. However, Jiren not only deflected the attack, but turned its energy back on Goku, creating a massive explosion that seemed to consume him. But from the ashes of this explosion, a new power emerged. Goku, thought to be defeated, suddenly reappeared. His body enveloped in a shimmering aura, his movements were fluid, almost ethereal, and his eyes glowed with an intense light. This was Ultra Instinct, a state of being that allowed Goku to move and react without conscious thought, elevating his combat abilities to a level that rivaled even the gods. As Goku engaged Jiren once more, it became clear that the battle had entered a new phase. Jiren, for the first time, found himself on the defensive, as Goku's newfound speed and precision allowed him to evade Jiren's attacks and strike back with incredible force. The arena shook as the two warriors clashed, their auras creating shockwaves that reverberated throughout the multiverse. As the battle raged on, Goku gradually began to master the power of Ultra Instinct. With each passing moment, his movements became more refined, his attacks more precise. The spectators watched in awe as Goku, once struggling to keep up with Jiren, now fought on equal footing. The transformation was nothing short of miraculous. Goku had transcended his previous limits and reached a level of power that few could even comprehend. But mastering Ultra Instinct was not without its challenges. The strain on Goku's body was immense, and maintaining this form required an incredible amount of energy and focus. Despite the power he had gained, Goku knew that he was racing against time. He needed to finish the battle before his body gave out. Jiren's philosophy of strength. As Goku continued to press Jiren, the two fighters exchanged more than just blows. They exchanged ideologies. Jiren, who had always believed in the absolute power of strength, was forced to confront a fighter who drew his power from a different source. Goku's strength was not just a result of his training or his Saiyan heritage, it was also a reflection of his connections with others, his desire to protect his friends and his universe. Jiren, who had always fought alone, struggled to understand Goku's strength. To Jiren, emotions were a weakness, something that could cloud judgment and lead to failure. But as Goku pushed him to his limits, Jiren began to realize that Goku's power came from a place beyond mere physical strength. It came from his heart, from his unwavering resolve to protect those he cared about. The final moments of the battle were nothing short of spectacular. Goku and Jiren both pushed to their absolute limits, unleashed their full power in a clash that shook the very fabric of the multiverse. The arena crumbled around them as their auras collided, creating a storm of energy that threatened to consume everything in its path. Goku, fully embracing Ultra Instinct, moved with a grace and fluidity that left even the gods in awe. Every attack he launched was precise, every movement calculated. Jiren, now fighting with a newfound respect for his opponent, responded with equal force, his power growing as he pushed beyond his own limits. As the two warriors clashed, it became clear that this was more than just a battle. It was a defining moment for both of them. Goku, who had always sought to protect and improve, faced off against Jiren, who had lived his life in pursuit of absolute strength. Their battle was a clash of ideals, a struggle to determine what true strength really meant. Goku's collapse and Jiren's respect. Just when it seemed that Goku had gained the upper hand, his body finally gave out. The immense strain of Ultra Instinct proved too much for him to bear, and in a moment of weakness, Goku collapsed, his aura fading. It was a shocking turn of events. Goku, who had fought so valiantly, was now at the mercy of his own limits. But instead of finishing Goku off, Jiren did something unexpected. For the first time, he acknowledged Goku's strength, recognizing him as a true warrior. Despite their differences, Jiren had come to respect Goku's unwavering resolve and the power that came from his connections with others. This moment of mutual respect marked a significant turning point in Jiren's character, as he began to question his own philosophy of strength. With Goku down, it seemed that Universe 11 would emerge victorious. But the battle was far from over. In a surprising twist, Goku's allies, Frieza and Android 17, stepped in to continue the fight. Working together, they launched a coordinated attack on Jiren, using their combined strength and strategy to push him to his limits. The final moments of the battle were a testament to the power of teamwork. Frieza and Android 17, who had both fought on their own terms throughout the tournament, now put aside their differences to fight for a common goal. Their efforts paid off, as they managed to weaken Jiren just enough for Goku to muster the last of his strength and help deliver the finishing blow. Jiren's defeat and redemption. Jiren's defeat was a humbling experience for the mighty warrior. For the first time, he was forced to confront the limitations of his philosophy of strength. Despite his immense power, he had been defeated by fighters who, while not as strong individually, worked together to achieve victory. This realization shook Jiren to his core, challenging everything he had believed in. But Jiren's defeat was not the end of his story. As the dust settled and the tournament came to a close, Jiren began to reflect on his past and the choices he had made. He realized that strength alone was not enough, that true power came from the bonds one shared with others. This revelation marked the beginning of Jiren's journey towards redemption, as he sought to find a new purpose beyond the pursuit of strength. The battle between Goku and Jiren was more than just a fight. It was a defining moment in the Dragon Ball series, one that would resonate throughout the multiverse. It was a clash of ideologies, a struggle to determine what true strength really meant. Goku, with his relentless drive to protect and improve, faced off against Jiren, who had lived his life in pursuit of absolute strength. Their battle was a testament to the power of will, determination, and the importance of connections with others. The impact of this battle was felt not just by the fighters involved, but by the entire multiverse. It was a moment that challenged the very fabric of existence, pushing the limits of what was possible and redefining the meaning of power. Goku's mastery of Ultra Instinct was a pivotal moment in his journey as a warrior. It was a power that transcended the physical, allowing him to move and react with an almost divine precision. But Ultra Instinct was more than just a new technique. It was a symbol of Goku's unending quest to surpass his limits and protect those he cared about. The legacy of Ultra Instinct would continue to shape Goku's future battles, setting the stage for even greater challenges. It was a power that represented the pinnacle of martial arts, a state of being that few could ever hope to achieve. But for Goku, it was just another step in his journey, a journey that would never truly end. The battle between Goku and Jiren was a defining moment in the Dragon Ball series, one that highlighted the themes of power, limits, and the drive to protect others. It was a battle that challenged the very foundations of strength, forcing both fighters to confront their own beliefs and push beyond their limits. But more than anything, it was a battle that reminded us of the importance of connections with others, the bonds that give us strength and the will to keep fighting, no matter the odds. In the end, the battle between Goku and Jiren was more than just a fight. It was a struggle that shook the multiverse, leaving an indelible mark on the Dragon Ball universe and the hearts of fans everywhere.